Peterman. Hey, Jeff Peterman here with mini episode number 3 of Conservinator Nation. Wanted to chat a little bit about what's going on with the Democrat primary right now. I think it's pretty interesting that Bernie Sanders is going to be meeting with Barack Obama today. And from what I hear, he's going to be asking for him to fire Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I think that's fantastic. Probably one of the few things that Bernie and I agree on would be the worthlessness of Debbie Wasserman Schultz. So I think that's fantastic. I kind of hope that Republicans are taking notes on this one, to be honest with you, because in the future, it'd be great if we could get rid of Reince Priebus. I think he is not quite as worthless as Debbie Wasserman Schultz, but certainly is up there. So it'll be an interesting thing to watch today. I also think that as we talk about the Democrats, watching Hillary over these next couple of weeks is going to be pretty telling too. I saw an interview with her yesterday. She has the exact same 4 talking points that she repeats over and over and over and over again when asked about anything controversial. Now, if you recall, Marco Rubio did much the same thing during a debate and was literally eviscerated nationally by the media. So what I'm wondering is, when are we going to be holding Hillary accountable for the same thing? Because simply saying things like, well, other Secretary of States had their own private email server, and I've been forthcoming with the emails I wanted people to see, and just repeating those types of things over and over again, that doesn't make it okay. So I'm hoping very much that the media, and this is probably way too much to hope, but at least some of the media start to do their job at some point. So that'll be interesting to take a look at as well. I also am hearing some rumblings about Donald Trump and his potential vice president pick. Obviously, he is basically P.T. Barnum when it comes to public relations and getting stuff out there, so people talk about him. But I guess he's mentioned something to the effect of someone on his short list for VP being a former Republican candidate for president who has yet to endorse him. I don't really know who that could be. I can't see really anyone who hasn't endorsed him yet making the choice to endorse him. Obviously, Carly's off the table. I'm just not sure. I don't know that anyone who hasn't endorsed him already would even be willing to accept the VP nomination from him. So this may just be all talk from the Trump camp, or it very well could be that there's something really big in the works, and it'll be interesting to see today. So I would encourage everyone, and this isn't going to be quite as long of an episode here, but I did want to chat about those things, and also make sure you're paying attention to your congressional races. We have our very first full podcast, hopefully, coming out here in the next couple of days. It's going to have an interview with Rebecca Johansson Bidlack. She is running for U.S. Congress right now, if elected, and it's looking really good for her. She's actually going to be the youngest member of Congress, the youngest woman, I believe, ever elected to Congress, and she is very much a liberty candidate, somebody who I would fully, wholeheartedly endorse. So I encourage you to look for that episode. The whole episode actually will be talking about the national debt. It'll be talking about our unfunded liabilities and where we go from here once we get the socialist Obama out of office and can move forward with someone who actually understands economics, hopefully. So anyway, I encourage everyone, pay attention to your congressional races. Get out there and help if they are liberty driven. I would encourage you also, though, take a look at their stances on things. If you have an incumbent in office who is a Republican, much like I do, who I ran against, actually, Jackie Walorski, who is more of a Democrat in most things, I would encourage you not to help them at this point. And I'm not saying that for sour grapes. What I'm saying is I would much rather, and I won't actively support a Democrat ever, but I would much rather a Democrat get into office and for them to fail with their socialist policies than for a Republican who is voting Democrat and preaches conservatism to get in office and fail with what is perceived as them being a conservative and their conservative policies. I think that it makes it much easier long-term for conservatives to affect change to have socialism fail on a spectacular level, which it always does. So I would encourage you, take a look, see who your Congress person is, see who is running, see who your senators are that are running, and really do your best to help out in any way that you can, however that looks. So have a great day, folks, and we'll talk to you soon.